Hello students, I welcome you all for session 3 of chapter 5 Natural Disasters. Now before I start with this session, I'm sure you all are doing your work properly. So students, please make sure that you go through these sessions completely and on regular basis, and also make sure that you do your exercises properly and maintain a proper book to write down all these exercises, and each and every session should be seen more and more times so that you get more and more practice. So in today's session I'll be basically discussing about cyclones, landslides and forest fire. These are the main topics for today's session. So without wasting much of time, let's get started for this session. So students, today I'll be dealing with the other set of natural disasters. So I'll be starting with cyclone. Cyclone is a large-scale air mass that rotates around a strong center of low atmospheric pressure. Cyclones are characterized by inward spiraling winds that rotate about a zone of low pressure. So cyclone is basically a windstorm with a violent whirling movement, a system of rotating winds over a vast area, spinning inward to a low pressure center and generally causing stormy weather. So cyclone basically leads to a lot of destruction because it leads to heavy rainfall and then a stormy wind which leads to a lot of destruction. So again, loss of life and property are the high chances of cyclones. So it's more advisable to follow the instructions from the concerned authority and do as it has been given to us as instructions, and be more and more aware about these disasters and take necessary steps. So cyclone is also a very I would say a very strong disaster which can lead to a lot of negative effects. So let us be more careful and more alert towards these disasters. The next disaster is forest fire. Forest fire can be described as any uncontrolled and non-prescribed combustion or burning of plants in a natural setting such as a forest, grassland, which consumes the natural fuels and spreads based on environmental conditions. So forest fire actually starts from natural causes. Actually, natural and man-made. There are two main causes for forest fire, but we'll focus on natural causes, such as lightning, which can actually set trees on fire. High atmospheric temperature and dryness offer favorable circumstance for a fire to start. So this is the way how forest fire can lead to. So usually natural disasters cannot be controlled, but yes, due to many activities in which humans are directly involved is leading to increasing natural disasters. So forest fire is also very destructive. It can kill many living creatures in the forest, and it can also destruct many trees together because of forest fire. So we need to be more careful and we need to make sure that we do not interfere much with the environment and do not create problem for the environment. Landslide. A landslide is the movement of rock, earth or debris down a sloped section of land. Landslides are caused by rain, earthquakes, volcanoes or other factors that make the slope unstable. So landslide basically is the downward falling or sliding of a mass of soil or rock on or from a steep slope. Okay, so landslide, in basically what happens is the soil, rock and other earth debris, when they can no longer hold it together, it gives way to gravity, eventually leads to landslides. Now landslides not only happens because of natural factors but also human activities, say agriculture, construction, can also increase the risk of landslides. causes for increasing natural disasters. Human greed is increasing day by day, and people are not at all hesitant in ignoring the environmental laws. And result is the destruction. So basically, today, if you see, the unlimited desires of people is leading to a lot of environmental problems. So today we do not care about any rules and regulations of the government as well as of the environment. So I think this is adding up to the problem of natural disasters. It has been estimated that rapidly growing modernization is leading to ignorance towards the environment. So today modernization is somewhere has become a problem today because growing modernization is leading to ignoring of environment, because we are putting extreme pressure on the environment by overutilizing the resources. So that is also adding up to the speed of natural disasters. Humans have created a situation where ordinary events like earthquakes and hurricanes become increasingly elevated to the level of natural disasters, which results in heavy losses in the form of loss of life and property. So, today, if you see, the natural disasters are increasing in greater and faster way, simply because today we have added the we have added the problem to the environment. We have made environment in such a situation that it is creating a problems like natural disasters. So human activities are responsible for this, and natural disasters are increasing simply because we have become so ignorant about the environment. Effects of natural disasters. Health issues are one of the most pressing problems after any natural disaster. It is often the case that facilities for water and toilet hygiene are damaged or inoperable. So basically, after the disaster, what happens is people have to face a lot of problems. Actually, their houses are completely destroyed. So they are out of the houses. Most of them are filled with a lot of problems because there is no hygiene facility, water facility. So it leads to a lot of infectious diseases, and many a times it also leads to death. So the problem of natural disasters are somewhere many, and most of the time it is losing the life. Natural disasters can have long term negative consequences beyond the immediate loss of life and demolition of infrastructure. So it has many negative effects, because if a child is alone saved and the parents are died in the disaster, then it becomes a difficult situation for a child as to who's going to take care of the child. So many a times families are disintegrated because of natural disasters, and the mental stress, the mental problems that people undergo, the stress that they undergo out of the disaster is unbearable. So natural disasters are very dangerous, are very harmful. So we should make all best efforts to make sure that we live such a life that environment in no way is affected. Now, coming towards the end of the session, I'm sure you enjoyed the session completely. Now, the task for home is to write down neatly, in detail, about any two natural disasters that have occurred in India. Now, in the next session, I'll be discussing about a new chapter, effects of British rule in India. So, in that, basically, I'll discuss about the Permanent Settlement Act, which was founded by Lord Cornwallis, and then I'll discuss about the Great Famine of Bengal, and we'll also study the conditions of peasants and agriculture during British rule.